Hey guys, welcome to my very first cooking video. I'm going to share with you the recipe for my grandmother's potato salad. It's always been a 4th of July favorite in my family, and hopefully it will become a favorite of yours too. We have 5 pounds of boiled potatoes. Next up, we have a whole diced white or yellow onion. Next up, we have celery. Now, I say this with a caveat that my grandmother did not actually put celery in hers, and that was something that my aunt and myself added later on. But I love the crunch of celery, but if you don't, you can leave it out. Okay. Let's get that in there. Next up, 6 boiled eggs. And with those eggs, you're gonna chop them up. One shortcut that I personally like to take is I love to get the pre-boiled, pre-peeled eggs from like Trader Joe's or Costco. Just makes it a lot easier. So let's toss those in there. Now, one thing my grandmother was very specific about was that they are not to be diced potatoes, but in fact sliced potatoes. So I have gone through and sliced them all, toss this all together till it's pretty well incorporated. You know, it's really your preference. If you want to dice them, I will not send the police over, but you can go ahead and do it how you like. Next up, don't have a heart attack when you hear the number, because this is a lot of potatoes. It is 2 cups of mayonnaise. So into that mayonnaise, I put it into the jar because that's how my grandmother did it, but if you want to whisk it into a bowl, that's totally fine too. So I put it into a mason jar, and I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Then I'm going to put that lid back on and shake, 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 shake. Once you get that all mixed, you're just gonna pour it in. Okay, and then pretty much you're almost to the end. You are going to salt and pepper to your personal taste. I will say potatoes can take quite a bit of salt because they suck up all the salt easily, which is one of the reasons I like to cook it with a little bit of salt too. And then we're gonna go in with some fresh ground pepper. Then we are just gonna mix that up as best we can. I will say make sure you use a big enough bowl. Even if you end up transferring it into a smaller bowl into the fridge, make sure you use a big enough bowl so that you're not throwing potato salad everywhere. You definitely need to leave this in the fridge for at least a couple hours, I would say, just to let it all incorporate. You want it to look something like that. So that's pretty much it. You know, give it a taste and see what you think. Add some more salt, add some more pepper. You know, every once in a while, if it feels a little off, I might add a splash more of vinegar. So you can taste test and see what you think. But this is my grandmother's potato salad. Thanks for watching. I thought I would share some quick photos from the 4th of July of the grandmother that would make this recipe.